Alright, so it's the end of harvest time. I'm picking peppers. Like crazy, I'm picking peppers. And I'm deciding which plants I want to try to overwinter. Did you know that you can, look at all those overwinter pepper plants in your house, garage, greenhouse, etc.? I think I'm going to do this plant because it's so prolific. But while I'm picking peppers, you don't need to watch all that. But let me show you this plant. This is a serrano that I did overwinter last year. You need to have them in a container, so the ones in the ground over here I'm going to pull and transplant into these containers. And then I'm going to cut the hell out of it to reduce the size and hopefully the stress on the plant. And then I'm going to put them in an area where they only get sun for a few hours a day to make it go dormant. And then once it gets dark enough, I'm going to put it in the greenhouse. So let me show you how to trim this plant, and we can talk a little bit about the storage of it. First, so you can see, like, this area is really woody. That's last year's growth, and you can see where I cut it right there. And so this is new growth. Same thing here. I cut there. That's all new growth. I think I might cut on the same lines as I do before and take off the bottom branches. So let's do this one, and then I'll pull another one and we can do that together. So cutting your peppers, don't be afraid to really take them down. This is going to stress the plant a lot. 2 more peppers. So just know that any leaves that are on it may fall off, and that's okay. This one didn't do very well. Cut that back way down. The point of overwintering is to just get a head start on next year's planting. So I can bring this out next year and it'll start producing peppers and new growth a lot sooner than ones that I plant from seed, simply because it overwintered in the pot. So that's the goal, is not to have peppers during the winter time, because the plant is too stressed. Sarah tries to kiss it and make it feel better, but that's not helping very much. But don't eat it, Sarah, don't eat it. Maybe she wants to eat it a little bit. But just to get a head start on next year. So I'll bring this out in May and already have a plant started. And again, this will be a 2-year-old plant. Actually, it'll be a 3-year-old plant next year. So let me go get another one, or let's transplant one together, and then we'll trim that too. Okay, so we're going to transplant these 2 serrano peppers. And I wanted to show you my container that I've used prior. I put leaves and grass clippings in the bottom of it because of these big holes. I want the water to be able to come out easily, and if I just don't want to lose a bunch of dirt, so I've always done this, put a little debris in the bottom, and it works really well. So let's get to pulling our plant. I also like to take some of the dirt that was around the plant itself when I transplant, so it's not a bunch of new dirt. I've still got a bunch of peppers on there. Something it's used to and can handle. I didn't do a very good job of picking, did I? I'm going to see if I can pull this together. Yep, easy. Easy peasy. So you can see it's got a couple nice long roots. And this, you can trim roots too. I choose not to, but a lot of people do. Because this is so big and it's 2 plants, I'm going to change pots here. Change pots to this bigger pot. putting debris in the bottom of it. Put this dirt over there. Use some of the soil. I'm going to lift the plant up. Put it in the pot, curve the soil, or the roots around in the soil in the pot. And now I'm just going to fill in up until the top. Okay, so we've got that all potted, and now let's do a little trimming. So even though this has got flowers and stuff on it, it's time to bring these in. So I'm going to. I've heard one person say you should trim and make the limbs into a V shape. So that's really what I'm going to try to do here. Bringing them pretty far down. You can trim apparently up to 1/3 of the plant off and still get a live, healthy plant. Pepper in the spring. And much of these leaves will fall off, probably most of them. I don't want it to freeze though, so you can, you need to keep it somewhere that's slightly warm and protected from the weather. I'm going to put mine in the garage for a couple days, and then I'm going to move it out to the greenhouse when it gets colder. Alright, that looks good enough to me, so I'll put a little fertilizer on it, and then I'm going to, like I said, go ahead and put it in the garage. So that's how you overwinter a pepper plant.